Hey, how you doing? My name is T.
Dogsta The Problem.
Nice to meet
Likewise.
you. So, what brings you here today?
Just being an artist that's really taking this very serious and wanting to meet a lot of people, meeting the media outlets. I had the pleasure of speaking with y'all last year as well. And if I can, I just want to say rest in peace to DJ D, baby. That was a homie of mine, and knowing that she was a part of y'all team, I just had to, say that. And I know we're approaching, I think, a year very soon. I think next month or this month. So, I just had to.
Thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate that. Yeah. So, for all of those that don't know who you are, can you please tell us who are you and where you're from?
Gotcha. I'm Dogsta The Problem. It's hard to put me in a box. I'm an entertainer. I do my own merch. I'm a videographer. I do it all. From the south side of Houston, Texas.
Okay. So, born and raised originally.
Born and raised.
Okay.
South Acres.
I'm not mad at you. One thing I'm so glad to have all of the Houston and surrounding artists here. It's really a great thing to see you all out here. So can you tell me, who are some of the artists that have made an influence upon your music?
Early on, it was definitely Flip, just seeing him, knowing he was like from the next neighborhood. Yeah. And he was like in high school coming out and was just taking his career like to higher levels than a lot of artists that was already kind of big, in Houston. And me coming out of high school at 2004, years after him, I'm like, he can do it, I can do it. So that was one artist for sure.
That's what I like to hear. Again, if he can do it, I can do it.
Yep.
And I can do it my own way.
Yep.
So being your own original artist, how can you say what actually separates you from the others?
That's a good question. I think, and it's hard to answer that without making somebody else pissed off, I guess. But I just feel like being true to myself. Everybody's story is different, even though a lot of us have relatable, situations. Mm-hmm. But just being a creative and just wanting, I come from that early, 90s music era, right? Gotcha. And it's like a lot of people tell me that they can hear that in my music, but I keep it up to date, if that makes sense. So like I'm a bar spitter, right? Like it's certain goals I have, certain things I try to say, certain things I try not to say. It's just from the growth over years, but to separate myself from the other artists, I think just being an independent artist and truly being independent. Like I said, I can shoot my own videos when I need to, take my own pictures, a lot of stuff, my merch I try to do in-house and just get it done myself.
Okay, that sounds great. I love to hear that. Yeah. In-house artists that can get it all together and understands the business.
Yeah.
I like to hear that. That's always a good thing. So, what would you say were your biggest influences when you made the decision to join the hip-hop game?
As a kid, the early on, I remember, like, the earliest song I always tell people I remember is They Call Me D-Nice. Okay. Just hearing that, and family relatives will tell you, like, every time a song came on the radio, I was rapping it. Okay. So it was like the one artist that really made me say, I'm going to do this is Snoop Dogg. Okay. Which where my name kind of comes from. I was just a huge fan of Snoop, seeing him turn from human into a dog in the What's My Name video. And just fast forward, seeing his career and seeing where where he's at now. Corona commercials, Skechers commercials. And people say, what's your goal in hip hop? And my goal is to get to where I'm that household name like Snoop. Like I want to be that artist that can do a Thriller called Bones. But but I want to touch everything as much as possible like Snoop. So that's kind of like my influence to, before I'm gone, I want to be able to accomplish some of the things that he has.
Okay, before we wrap this up, I want to ask, when can we expect the next new single from you?
It's going to be a while. I actually just dropped a new single on Cinco de Mayo called Poke Me.
Okay.
So Poke Me means pop mine in Spanish.
Okay.
So it has a Spanish sample. It's real dope. It's getting a lot of good feedback. So that's the new single that I'm promoting now. And then it's going to be a while before, I put another single out.
Okay, so if everyone wants to follow you, can you please provide your contact information?
You can follow me on Instagram at DOGSTA_the_problem. You should know how to spell the and problem. If not, we got a problem. But you can follow me at Dogsta_the_problem. And my website is www.dtpvisions.com.
Okay, sounds great. Thank you again for stopping by. And
nice
I look forward
to
hearing more from you.
Thank you so much.
See you soon.
All right.
Bye.